Good morning. I have people that tell me, Benita, you always have a smile on your face. You're always happy. But I never used to be that way. You know, um, Before I had my son and before I gave my life to Christ, I was depressed. I really was. And I was on the verge of being an alcoholic. And you know what they say about the quiet ones. I was that. I was very sneaky, and my family, they didn't know. They didn't know that I felt that way because I hid it well. And so when I had my son, I wanted to be better. Because the turning point for me was when I never forget it. I was at a stop sign. I was sitting in my car at a stop sign, and I was running behind my son's dad. And very good. I was running behind him, knowing that he didn't want me nor the child that I had by him. And I remember stopping, and I was sitting at the stop sign, and I said, Benita, you sitting here running behind a man that you know don't want you, he don't want the child that you have had by him, that you have by him. Why are you doing this to yourself? You deserve so much more. And then too, I was a people pleaser. I wanted people to like me. And with that, I had low self-esteem because I had been told, you're nothing, you're ugly, you won't amount to anything. And those words were still with me during my adulthood, even though I thought that I had got over that, I didn't. And so I remember just sitting in that car saying, God, I'm just tired. I'm tired of going through this. I'm tired. I'm just tired of being sick and tired. And I said, from this day forth, I give my life to you, and I give my body to you. That was the day I also became celibate. That was December of 2010. And y'all, that was the best thing that I ever done with my life, is when I gave my life to Christ. Now, when I did, it was hard because the enemy was mad, so everything started happening. When Darian was between 3 to 4 years old, he was diagnosed with autism, and so I felt bad. I felt like, did I do something wrong? My pregnancy was fine. I'm like, I'm being real. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have went that night to the dude house, who was his dad. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have been so hot in the draws. Maybe if I was married, it would have been better. I never thought that I would be a single parent, let alone raising a child, especially a son. Because a son needs their father. And so I felt that it was my fault that he got diagnosed with autism. But through my sister Carolyn, who is, she's my sister in Christ, who helped me. When you give your life to Christ, it is vital that you have someone that encourages you, that uplifts you, because you're going to have obstacles, and the enemy going to throw things at you, and it's going to discourage you, and it's going to make you want to go back and just say, bump, giving my life to Christ. And so she helped me. I may have made that worse. She helped me. She helped me with that, and she encouraged me, and she uplifted me, and God spoke to me, and with Darian, he has overcome the whole lot. She taught me that everything in life is Father filtered, and that is so true. God does not ever make mistakes. I really did thought that my son was a mistake at the time because of what happened. With him, with me, being a single parent and and then him being diagnosed with that. And I felt that I failed him. I really did. And that was a dark moment too, as I was, walking my way in Christ. And, she really helped me with that. And then changed my wording, because it's so vital and important that we speak life to our children, despite, whatever they're diagnosed with. Speak life and continue to walk by faith and not by sight, because I was still walking by what I saw, because I was a babe in Christ, And so finally, I continued with my walk. I had went to a great church and was surrounded by, great friends, and I even met even more people in my life that has helped me spiritually, and that's what made me where I am now. My son he has overcome so much, and he shall overcome autism. Matter of fact, he has, you know, and that's what made me better. I just, since giving my life to Christ, when I look in the mirror, I see a beautiful woman, and not, at the time, just something ugly, what, people had said to me in prior past. That's what I see. I see a beautiful woman that has overcome, and that would not settle for less. And I found who I am in Christ. I found my identity in Christ. That's the word I was looking for. I found my identity in Christ. And so I just want to encourage you today, because if you have given your life to Christ, make sure that you have someone that, that encourages you and that uplifts you. And because you're going to have moments, and it's okay to question God and say, God, why am I going through this? Why is things happening? Why is this, that, and the third? That's what he wants, because you cultivating that relationship with him. And that's what I have been doing. And that is why I am what I am today. I am so happy. People say, I don't know where I'd be without God. I know where I would be. I would have been a full-blown alcoholic, and I would have either killed somebody or myself. That's where my drinking was going. And my family would have ended up seeing it, because even though you can hide things well, you can hide it well, but for so long. And that's how I was. I was very broken before Christ. I was broken spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. And since Christ, I am so happy. And God taught me how to forgive. I don't have anything bad to say about my son's dad. I'm thankful that I met him, because without him, I wouldn't have had Darian. I don't have anything bad to say about that man. If anything, I pray for him. And I genuinely mean that. I pray for him and his family, and just keep going. Besides, in the Bible it says, God will be a father to the fatherless and a mother to the motherless. So either way, I'm blessed, So that is my story. And when I say I drink, I would drink a 6-pack by myself. And you may say, Bonita, really? Yes, really. And God taught me how to forgive, because I used to be the most unforgiving person. You could be standing right next to me, and you done me wrong, you basically did not exist to me. And you might as well say I was born hateful, because my parents and my sister used to tell me that if I didn't have my way, I would get or if you made me mad, I would get so mad when I was little and pass out. That's just hateful. So, God has really changed so much in me, and my prayer is that don't give up. And if you have a special needs child, speak life to your child. Continue to speak life. Don't be moved by what you see. Just continue to speak life over him. And if you're going through something, whether it's a sickness, whether it's a disease, whether people have talked down to you or whatnot, speak life to yourself. Encourage yourself. So I just wanted to give you a backstory of me, and I pray that it encouraged you, and I pray that that you don't give up. You'd be surprised at what people have been through. You'd be surprised what goes behind that smile and what people are struggling with. But keep going, keep pushing, because God did it for me. Surely He'll do it for you and yours. Have a blessed day.